Did y'all get a chance to hear Rick Ross and Meek Mill's new album? It's called Too Good to Be True, right? Ain't that what it's called? I went through and heard, I was skimming through the album. I didn't give it a full listen, but from what I heard, that sounds like they recorded in 2012. It sounds like they recorded in 2012, man. Like, I Rick Ross, and I'll say this: Rick Ross has been rapping with the same flow for like the last 10 years. But see, nobody has been pointing it out. Now, his subject matter may not be the same, but the same flow. Now, he's put out some decent projects in the last 10 years. But if you listen to his flow, it's very redundant. And on this show, we've talked about Nicki Minaj not changing up her flow and her still sounding the same. But Rick Ross, if you listen to Rick Ross, I can hear the beat and already know how he's about to rap on it. Used to ride Mercedes, now we riding jets. You know what I'm saying? Am I tripping? Yeah, but I wasn't feeling that. I wasn't feeling it, and I'm not gonna call it trash, but they said like the beats, the production sounded like it was Maybach music in 2012. It just sounded like it was dated. And they, Meek Mill was, rapping like the same. It just felt like I was listening to a 2012 Maybach music compilation album or something like that, you know. And I think that overall, people want something different. Like, you're supposed to grow as an artist, and that don't sound like it. It sounded very dated. It was so like I couldn't get into it. Now I did like a couple of songs on there. I did like the song where they sampled a Dr. Dre track. I think with Tiana Taylor and somebody else on there. Let me look up that track real quick while it's on my mind. Hold on. Above the Law. Above the Law. I forgot. It sampled something for the Chronic or Doggy Style. I forgot, but that track was pretty cool. But Rick Ross is rapping the same, and we need to point that out. Somebody needs to tell him he needs to switch it up, because I'm tired. I'm tired of listening to it. It's like I heard a couple of songs and I was just like, really? Y'all really giving us this? Y'all really giving us something that sounds like something that came out that long ago, 2012? So yeah, I couldn't get jiggy with it. Oh yeah, Meek's voice sounded terrible. It was one song Meek sounded like he was going through puberty or something. That's how bad it was. Oh my God, like his voice was really straining. I was like, did he put auto tune on it or something? But no, I wasn't feeling that. I really wasn't feeling. But like I said, it wasn't. It's not trash. It's not trash, but it's not good either. It's just bland. You know what I'm saying? But if you're a fan of Rick Ross and you're a fan of Maybach music and all the other stuff, you may like it, but it just didn't feel like anything. Now, Meek Mill, now it's on pace to do some low record sales, and Meek Mill was pretty upset about it. Let me read you what Meek Mill said. Let me pull this up. So it's on pace to sell like 35,000 records the first week, which is relatively low for Meek Mill and Rick Ross together. So it says me and Ross are on pace to sell 35K first week. I would post it if it said 350K. But he's posting this, okay? He said, I'm too nice and rich to be rapping in a controlled music environment. That's why we dropping music on Fridays. It doesn't make sense. Now we all own our music. We getting the tech built to put people on our own musical subscriptions, and we're going to let direct to consumer see if rap doing well. So I'm guessing he's saying, and this was my comment right here. This is it said I'm lost on what he's saying. Is he saying that the reason he's having a low first week is because the music is controlled now? And some people were agreeing with me saying they didn't know what the hell he was talking about. I don't really know what he was talking about right here. Right. I guess he's saying we're independent now and we're getting all this. Let me see what else he said. The streets love this album too. I'm used every drop of my talent. Now on 100% of my music now. It was top tier rap for the hustlers and winners. And it's fully owned by them by Gamma, But anyway, to me, that just was Meek Mill justifying and coming up with excuses as to why, he is selling 35K. Oh, he's independent now. Now, Rick Ross and Meek Mill, whether they're independent or on a major, they should do more than 35K the first week. Like, come on now. They promoted it. They threw out that Kobe and Shaq single. They've been going on interviews, press runs, and stuff. But you know, maybe people are not really, tuned into the music like that, like they would want them to. He talking about the streets love it. Yeah, I guess I don't. Like they need to switch that shit up, man. Like I was very disappointed in what I heard. Now on paper, you hear Meek Mill and Rick Ross, okay, cool, but it just sounded like something they threw together, or you know what? It sounded like it was some old tracks that they had that they didn't finish, and they said, you know what? Let's put it together on a joint project and put it out. So I definitely wasn't impressed with that project. It did sound like it came from 2012. So yeah, y'all let me know what you think about it, man. If I had to rate it, and I'm not gonna rate it because I didn't listen to everything, but the things the songs I did listen to, it was like, it was very blah. This album won't be talked about next month, really next week, to be honest. It was no song on there. Like I said, some of the songs were cool, but it wasn't anything that made me be like, man, I'm gonna be blasting this for a minute. So maybe I'll try to revisit that.